Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Rock Galactic. Hope you guys enjoyed that last episode. Where do I want to go? Magma core, sandblasted corridors. I hate sandblasted. Salt pit's kind of cool, but I like fungus bogs. What are these? That's too long. That's too easy. Too hard. Yeah, it's about right. Right? That one's good. Let's go here. And off we go, and I'm going to mute myself real quick so that I can clear my sinuses. 1 second. Still definitely a bit sick. Not like full-on sick by any stretch, but definitely kind of sick. Anyway, I'm looking through my photos on my phone here. I may post this to Twitter, I don't know. By the way, I don't ever really talk about this on YouTube, but I have a Twitter, @electronicmoose, if you want to follow me there. Mostly it winds up being for... Probably should have just shot it, or slapped it with my pick, but, cool. Anyway, yeah, so you can follow me there. I usually mainly post when I'm going to go live on Twitch, but I'm starting to post more stuff, mainly food-related. So feel free to check me out there if you like, and I'm probably going to post one of these sometime tomorrow. Last one I put up was of dinner I got with Karen weekend, which was, I got a combo dinner with tonkatsu and broccoli tempura. And Karen just got tonkatsu. Usually we both get tonkatsu. Okay, I should have just gone to the exit. But yeah, I felt like having something a little different, so that's what I had. But yeah, if you watch some of my other stuff, I talked about how I got a sous vide cooking apparatus, I guess. And it's basically, it's like a cylinder that you clamp onto the... Oh god. There's another one. Ow. That hurt. Anyway, it's like a cylinder that you kind of clamp onto the side of a pot with most of it, or some of it, sticking into the pot, which you have water, and basically the cylinder has like a heating element inside of it that's precisely controlled in order to... It's just exploding dudes, huh? Heat the water in the pot to a very specific temperature, whatever you specify. It's got a very wide range with a lot of options, so I really like... Oh god, where the hell did that come from? I really like it. I think it's really cool, and I'm gonna keep trying to cook stuff with it. I made steak tonight. And I say tonight, but I put it in at like 9 AM before I went to work, and then took it out when I got home. Well, not when I got home, but at like 10 PM. So it's in there for basically 12 hours, which is what it calls for. And basically the idea is, as I understand it, which may be wrong. Oh, and by the way, the food goes in like a plastic bag, so it's not in the water, but the water is heating it. The water is basically there as like a way of conducting temperature to the food, so that it gets heated up at a better rate than just air. So typically when you cook food, you are cooking at a temperature... God, that's going to be borderline impossible for me to get. You're cooking at a temperature that's way hotter than you ever want the food to get. Like, you might heat the oven to 425 degrees, for example, which is the temperature that I used, Fahrenheit, obviously, to make baked potatoes that I ate with that steak. And you don't actually need or want the potato to get to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not the point. The point is that if you put it at that temperature, it takes about however amount of, whatever amount of time is involved in the recipe, in this case an hour, for that temperature in an oven to make the potatoes the temperature that you want them to be for the period of time that they need to be for them to cook. So it's more about overshooting so that the product winds up being where it needs to be, if that makes sense. Whereas with the sous vide method, it's better at conducting temperature to the meat directly without depriving it of, you know, juiciness or anything, because the reason you wouldn't just boil steaks is they get dry, really dry, as I understand it. Otherwise, you'd say, oh, well, if it's just a question of, oh god, if it's just a question of water getting to the... Holy shit. That was ridiculous. I don't know what that, like, that was a special earthquake or something? Anyway, point is, if it was just a question of using water to conduct temperature, then you'd say, well, just boil it. But again, that's not the... doesn't work that way. It's because it dries it out. So by putting it in a plastic bag, you kind of solve the problem. And then by using a very precisely controlled temperature, which in my case for the steak was 132 degrees Fahrenheit over 12 hours, you cook the meat like the minimum amount to get whatever doneness you're looking for, which in my case was medium rare. And it cooks it uniformly because it's not cooking it by raising the temperature, which is why you get the outsides of things seared and the insides are less cooked than the outside, because the outside gets hotter faster, whereas the inside takes longer to warm up. And to get the inside cooked more, you have to overshoot on the outside, which leads to, you could say, uneven cooking, but I'm not necessarily saying that as a bad thing. That can be good to have some kind of variation in the meat. I actually like that a bit, having a little bit of a, not crust, but it's nice, you know? That's what I'm used to. That's what I've been eating, you know, as a human my whole life, right? So it's nice to have that. But with sous vide, it's everything is the same, because it's all slowly heating up to that same temperature, and you give it a lot of time so that it can all get there, instead of, you know, kind of mixed results. So you get that, which also gets you consistency, because it's a very simple long-term thing. It's not like, oh, I took it out like 10 minutes too early and now it's completely different. Or, oh, I had the dial up just a little bit too high, or, oh, my oven and stove are not perfect and precise, so it's all wrong now. None of that comes into play. So you just get exactly what you wanted with that meat. It goes, the whole thing of meat goes to whatever temperature you set it to, and that's what it is. I saw that totally out of the corner of my eye. So it gets a better result. More consistent result. Just fucking kill him that way. So yeah, it was really good. But I don't know that I would necessarily do that, like, all the time. Maybe, I have to see how it is with fish. If it's really good with fish, I might make fish in it all the time. Because you can get fish cheaply. I like salmon, but I can probably find some fish that I'd like well enough that I'd be fine doing that all the time. So I will probably go about it that way. Oh god. Really? Twice? Okay, fuck this. I give up, man. Like, this is clearly a pretty major oversight. Surely they know some people are going to play this where no one joins their group. And if you keep the barnacles in the game, you're kind of just fucked, right? Like... Alright, well, I'll put both of these up, but that's gonna be it. I really, actually, unfortunately don't have time to re-record these or do different episodes, so I apologize for that. I hope you enjoyed the talk about sous vide. I think it's interesting. Good food. I think it's kind of funny that both missions wound up failing because of stupid barnacles and no one joining, which I kind of understand. Maybe I should just start doing solo runs, because maybe the game's died down a bit. It's a really good game. I like this game a lot, but no, there's a lot of good stuff out right now. Anyway, Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Check out a stream if you like. If not, thanks for watching here on YouTube, and I will see you next time. Take care.